Say hell yeah. He's a comic and an actor who's performed at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles and at the Pasadena Ice House. Give it up for Mr. Ryan Mulligan, the Army guy.
Thanks very much for coming tonight. And first of all, I really do want to thank you all, because tonight it's all about the Wounded Warriors, and you're out here supporting the troop and the Wounded Warriors Project. So give yourselves a round of applause. As you just heard, we have 5 veterans out tonight. We've got 2 Army, 2 Air Force, and a Navy. So I won't be able to make any Air Force shows because the guy who runs the club is an Air Force vet. So fortunately, there are no Marines here, at least in the performers. Do we have any Marines, or former Marines, or family members Marines in the audience? Clap your hands. No Marines. Okay, so we're gonna get the jokes hopefully tonight. You clap? You just clapping for the Marines? Okay. Okay. Good. All right. So I can make Marine jokes. The Marines, because they're funny. I mean, they're funny to watch. You know, they're like the mentally challenged stepchildren of the military. I think their motto should be the Marines, the short bus to glory. No objection, I don't think, from anybody. And I mentioned former Marines a minute ago, as if there is such a thing. I mean, once a Marine, always a Marine. At least until we find a way to do brain implants. I shouldn't make fun of them while they're not here. So I'll move on to someone else who who clearly cheated on the GED test. You may have seen in the news that the dethroned Miss California, Carrie Prejean, who first came to national attention because of her comments against gay marriage and her strong religious views. She's now back in the news because she's the center of the latest sex tape scandal. Her former boyfriend has released a sex tape of her, and but she still stands. But despite that, and her topless photos that have been shown, she still stands by her strong religious views. In fact, next to her bumper sticker that says "God is my co-pilot," she now has another one that says "Jesus is my cameraman." That's my favorite joke. I'm going to repeat that one at the end, just so I have the strong close. There was some good Veterans Day news today. Last night, an Army reservist was mugged by 4 guys in Milwaukee. And when they looked through his wallet, they saw his military ID card, and they gave back everything they took from him. They thanked him for his service, and they even gave him a fist bump. And I don't have a punchline, I just thought it was a really cool story. But I also thought Milwaukee, now they can have an anti-crime slogan that says, "Don't forget, never mug a vet." Like I said, I didn't have a punchline for that. The recession is over, we heard last week. So that's good news. People like me who are self-employed find it real. That's not the joke. But self-employed people like me find it really encouraging. I mean, I'm a film producer and an actor. I just like to call myself, though, an entrepreneur, which is French for unemployed. But since I started working for myself, I kind of had to reassess my definition of success. I now consider myself to be successful whenever my annual income figure has a comma. We still got a few weeks left in this year, but if the recession isn't over and it turns out, down the road I have to become a bum, I already have a plan. I'm going to pretend I'm on a scavenger hunt, and I'm going to go around to people and say, I only need 3 more things. Can you give me a $5 bill, a 6-pack of beer, and a job? So I got that in my hip pocket. I'll tell you a little bit about my acting. In several roles, I've played husbands, and then but I have played speaking roles also. The women are all going, get out the stage, let's see the next guy. I'm half Thai and half Irish, and I know that I don't look Asian. In fact, I've never been cast in an Asian role. I've been told I don't look Asian enough. And I understand that, but I don't know, it's kind of like saying that John and Kate Gosselin look too nice to play hurtful, spiteful, exploitive divorced couple. But they can. Obviously. I don't look Irish enough either, because I'm sober right now. But to prove to you my Asian roots, I got a 1480 on the SAT. I got an A in a 400 level math class, and then for 4 years of college, I didn't have a girlfriend. And I understand, I mean, women like to have cool boyfriends, whatever. And Asians aren't exactly known for being cool. When it comes to sports, singing and dancing, let's face it, yellow is not the new black. Asian crowds love that joke. They go, oh yeah, we can do it. I'll tell you a little bit about Thailand. You may not know this, but Thailand leads the world in penis reattachment surgery. And in fact, the chopping off act, it's so common that the chopping off act has a slang term, feeding the duck, for the supposedly common means of disposing of the detached anatomy. Yeah. So I just advise you, next time you go to a Thai restaurant, avoid the duck. On the plus side, there's a really popular Thai restaurant in Anaheim, California called Thai Porn. And it makes sense because porn in Thai means blessing, just like it does in English. Let's see, I went to 16 years of Catholic school, so you can imagine that after all that time, nuns terrify me. I thought The Sound of Music was a horror movie. But I'm not so afraid of them anymore, because now, to defend myself in case I drive past the Catholic school, in the glove compartment, I keep a ruler. Let's see, I'm happy to say that I have a wonderful girlfriend. Yeah, when she's in the audience, I have the word wonderful. So I have a wonderful girlfriend, and I'm really happy that she looks at me and she sees somehow that I fit her idea of the perfect man. Because you know, you women, you've got this list of qualities that a guy has to fit. And if he can fit all these qualities, then he's the perfect guy for you, right? And then you got the second list, how you want to change him. Yeah, the ouch comes from the guys, not from the women. But yeah, I'm glad to have a girlfriend because dating was too confusing to me. I mean, I didn't get it a lot of times. Like one time a woman said to me, I cannot go out with you. I am busy every night until midnight. Now, what she was saying was, go away. But what I heard was, see you at midnight. And it's not like I can't take a hint, because I can. I mean, there's one time I was going to LA for a performance, and so I got in touch with this woman I knew there, and I said, hey, I come to LA, you want to have lunch or something? And she said, you're coming to LA? I'm going to India for 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, get it. I'm not an idiot, you know. I mean, it's obvious what she was trying to say. She wanted me to go to India with her. Crazy. When I was in the movie The Kingdom with Jennifer Garner, it was clear to everyone there, I think, that Jennifer Garner had a crush on me. But no, it gets better. Because you know, sometimes when women like a guy, they'll kind of play hard to get and like ignore the guy completely. That's how I knew she was crazy about it. But I know that sometimes the problem is on my side because I don't always express my thoughts, my feelings, you know, as much as I probably should. Like there was this one time, I felt I was really close to this woman, I thought everything was going really great, but what bothered me is she continued to flirt with other guys. But I didn't say anything, and I just kind of kept it inside until I got to the point where I thought it was hurting our relationship. And then I brought it up with her, and her answer was really quite liberating for me. She said, I'm sorry. do I know you? That's what how her boyfriend reacted to. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm Brian Mulligan. Let's get on with the rest of the show. Remember to check out woundedwarriorproject.org. It's the website for the Wounded Warrior Project. Now, our next comedian, as you heard a minute ago, is